Welcome back, guys, in another live stream. So let's get started. So we was working on the frolic. Let's pull the notes here. So as we were working, we found this profile. After studying it, we understood that we have to perform some sort of binary exploitation, which is kind of similar to reverse engineer, where we have to check like how the application is working. So we are just like working in between. So to like understand it properly from the scratch, what we can do is we can try and work on some another application which is related to the binary, and we can perform the exploitation on that and try to understand like how the binary exploitation actually work, and we can utilize that knowledge to work further. So we'll try to understand like what sort of content we can consume for the binary exploitation specifically. I hope there might be some like vulnerable application, like just like a DVWA, which is for a web application. Let's check. So we see DVWA. This is a damn vulnerable web application if you're new to web applications. So you can like get some knowledge where you can learn basic from here. This has the exploitation and stuff where you can exploit variety of vulnerabilities. Most probably those were related to the OWASP, if I remember correctly. Let's see, they might have listed over here somewhere the vulnerabilities they have in it, I hope. Okay, so it's not here. Let's see. If we go up, DVWA includes, no, not this one, database, not this one, hackable. There we go. We have the vulnerabilities over here. So we have auth bypass, which is the very first step we'll be performing when we're trying to log into the platform. The second is brute force, then the captcha, then the cryptography, then CSP, content security policy, CSRF, EXEC, execution. I'm not sure if this is a new content. FI, JavaScript, open directory. Sorry, oh, not directory, my bad. It's open redirect. Kind of exploit SQLi blind, upload weak ID, XSS DOM base, XSS reflect XSS, and the last one is this XSS, which is a store XSS. So these kind of vulnerabilities you can perform here in this application, which like you will get a experience like near to like real web application. It won't be like a web actual web application, but you'll get a experience how you can perform exploration and stuff on the real in application. So it's just like totally basic here we're talking about. So if we try to look for like something similar, damn vulnerable application for binary exploitation. Let's see if there is any. Okay, this is a damn vulnerable application. It's AttackDefense Pentester Academy. We don't need that. V2 VA. Let's check what is this. The damn vulnerable application. V2VA is an application allow for binary exploitation on Android OS. It allows an external user to select and communicate the modules that contains severe vulnerability. Therefore, this application enables research on the applicability for standard binary exploitation technique to Android application which calls native functions. But right now on which we are working is like Linux base, if I'm not wrong. Let's see. Linux application. Damn vulnerable Linux. Let's see if this has something. Infection disease. Okay, it's the Vuln Hub. And for this, I believe we need some sort of subscription. Damn vulnerable. Yeah, everything is damn vulnerable. Let's see. Awesome vulnerable. What is this? Okay, this contain quite a variety of stuff. Let's see if this has something related to the binary. Binary analysis course. Let's see if this can help. Max Kirsten. Security through explanation. What's this? Table of content. Introduction to the course. It's a CTF. Easy reverse. Okay. Where we can Ghidra. Okay, it's something related to the Ghidra. Maybe we should try this because I got the information from here. Give me list of application on which I can practice. I guess that's the right request. Okay, if not available, it's not available. What does it says? Okay, damn vulnerable. Let's Google it. There is a web application, but not for this specifically. DVA binary. This one. If someone in the chat has something similar, please do drop in the chat so we can look at that too. 7 months ago. DVA. What's this? lightweight front-end Redux and stuff. Easy to learn. Okay, we are not looking for this. DVA profession. We're looking for something related to binaries. A set of vulnerable binaries for practice, buffer overflow, format, string attack, and heap exploitation. Protostar. Let's see if this works. Home page 1. By the time that loads, exploitation, let's search for this. Nebula. Open this one too. Access extreme vulnerable driver. Window kernel for practice, kernel level exploitation, buffer overflow, and race condition. Why not? Let's check this one too. Okay, this doesn't seem to be working, so we'll open it here. And the last is Phoenix. Okay. This repository contains 6 files for exploit education. Okay. Stack 0, format 0, heap 1, 2, 3, and change fusion nebula main sequence protostar. I think okay, you may download Phoenix from here. Get our more information. Let's see what this has to say. Phoenix is a spiritual successor to the protostar challenge. It covers the following topics: network programming, stack overflow, format string vulnerabilities, heap overflow. The idea is to introduce the simplest concept first, from memory corruption, modification, function redirection, and eventually executing shellcodes. These challenges are available for both 32-bit and 64-bit both. The 64-bit challenges are new and were not available on protostar. Okay, we have some good stuff here. Knowledge at your fingertips. Show me something worth. What should I do here? Home. I am looking for it, but where's the information that I'm trying to start your input in your education right now? There is nothing else more important beside health, of course. What needed to be done in life? Join our course right now. No thanks. Thanks again. Thanks again. What is this? Kernel level exploitation. Fuzz security bug. Dang it, there's so much stuff. Vulnerability implemented. Right null, double fetch, buffer overflow, stack GS, non-page pool, unstack, yada yada. Kernel level exploits, kernel buffer. I can understand the hex. What are we doing today? Oh, so today I was thinking to like move further with the frolics, but I thought like there is a concept that I can explain in the web application. There is a concept I can explain in the Linux. There is a concept I can explain in the Windows. But the concept related to like the buffer overflow and reverse engineering, that's a bit challenge for me right now. So if you're like pursuing the OSCP, it would be better to like move with the proper knowledge without giving a gap. Even if I like solve this frolics with your guidance or by using the write-up, that won't do the justice to the knowledge we might acquire or we're trying to acquire. So we should first understand the basic concept, how the buffer overflow and stuff works, and then we should like start making further progress on the frolics. So right now I'm trying to find a vulnerable application where we can learn the basics related to the buffer overflow and reverse engineering, so we can understand like what are the minor stuff there, and that can explain how we are working around with these kind of stuff. If I'm wrong, please do correct me, or like if you think that would be a waste, then please also correct me. But what I heard is OSCP has also replaced this buffer overflow stuff with the AD, where Active Directory is now a prime focus. But still, even if they have done it, we still need to understand like what the buffer overflow is and how that concept is working. If we tackle something similar in the exam there, it would be like second choice, but not the second choice, but it would be best if we can like submit those kind of vulnerabilities too there. So that's my other point, and but the first and the foremost point is we need to understand like how the stuff is working and what it's doing. If we are like working in the real life scenarios and real life applications, so we need to understand that kind of knowledge too. So what your take on this, Samwise? I'm thinking right, or I'm thinking dead? Oof. So here is this. Let's see if this has some sort of write-ups and stuff. Five years back. Hexes. Hexes extreme vulnerable drivers in internationally vulnerable Windows driver developed. Sure, let's go with that. Learn about buffer overflow, under overflow, reverse engineering stuff. Yeah, right. Yeah, we'll be learning that, but we'll go like step by step with the what box require right now. So if I can see here, it says reverse engineering kind of stuff, software and OS exploitation. So this is going to be our interest area. So let's go with the reverse engineering and like the stuff which is similar to that. So do you have any exploitation kind of like any vulnerable application in your knowledge which we can use to like perform these kind of stuff? I found this, but I don't think this has any sort of what we say write-up. Drive debug print. This is like too advanced for the Windows kernel exploitation. This is like totally niche kind of exploitation. Not gonna work. What the hell is this on the first place? Let's see if we have something related to the binary exploitation in the try hack me. Okay. Pawn 1. Don't tell me I've already completed it, and it's been a long time since I have done something similar. Let's go to dashboard, and in the in the learning, it should be a part of some path, right? Content discovery, subdomain enumeration. I know that. But what I need is not this. Okay, hands-on learning. Show me the paths. Right, learning path. Web fundamentals, not this. Learn the basics. We don't need this. Cyber defense, not required. DevSecOps. Web. Not this. Complete beginner introduction. Nope. A junior penetration tester. This also might be related to the same. Okay. Search for reverse engineering. There might be free rooms or two. Check out models. Yeah, I'm thinking the same. Practice. Let's see. Search. Reverse engineering. Anti-reverse engineering intro to. I need like total basic learning path, security engineer, network. No, we don't need that. Hello. I think I have worked on it in the past. Not sure if I made any progress on that. Learning path, modules. Let's try the modules. Reverse engineering difficulty. I need all of that. Introduction to the security engineering. Let's see what this covers. Okay, this I need a subscription. What does a day in the life of security engineer looks like? How come I know? Is this specifically related to the reverse engineering? Walk in the shoes. Let's see what's the other mod. Oh, I have this. Why do organization need security? I don't need to know that. Corresponds. Shit. Bro, stop throwing the GRC stuff. This is garbage. Log analysis, detection engineering. This also seems to be a blue tape. Yes, it is a SOC environment. So I guess, nope, there isn't anything related to the reverse engineering here. Garbage. Okay, let's. This is what I have found, but I'm not sure if this is the basic I'm looking for. Each archive has a corresponding boot shell script for starting the virtual machine. Okay, so this is kind of VM where we can perform all sort of attack. Whoa. Let's check on YouTube if there is anything we can find. Go to home. Okay. Reverse engineering. Oh, not this. Buffer overflow. Damn. Vulnerable application. Okay. Buffer overflow vulnerability detection packet pub. Buffer overflow live demo. Okay, let's see. Buffer overflow attacks. Okay. Let's see if this has something which we can use. Link to the code. What do you have? Read an article. GitHub project. This might work. C code. Let's see. This is a 4-year back old. Compile. Buffer overflow PDF. Turn this off. Aim to understand buffer overflow and exploit the code. Procedure: copy, compile the program, execute, test the, disassemble the program, hack the program. Buffer overflow is a anomaly that occurs when this. Write, copy, C code. Here we can see that there are 3 functions: main, do it, secret function. Compile. How it run our exploit, considering the following image. Here we can see, man, it seems I have to like collect the resources for the buffer overflow kind of stuff. Let's see if we can find something in the academy on the hack the box, but I'm pretty sure I won't be able to like perform that in live. Buffer overflow. We have both of kind, base 64 and sorry, the Windows one and the Linux one, right? And oh, I think we can intro to the binary exploration. It's 650 and it seems okay, it is paid stuff. Introduction to the Python, intro to the assembly. Okay, I think we can perform this, but before that we need to understand the assembly. And this module seems to be a paid one and we can't stream this, but this one we might be able to. So let's see if we go to the modules available. Nope. Owned modules. In here we check for the fundamentals, tire 0 or the all. AI stuff, learn processing fundamentals, Linux, we already know that. Okay, we can check the stack-based buffer overflow on Linux. And JavaScript deobfuscation, this might have a change. They might have changed the difficulty for this. I'm not sure. Who cares? We have the content, we can read that. Stack buffer overflow on Windows. Brief intro to hardware. I think before that we need to understand the binary stuff, right? So let's see, where is it? We have the modules listed here. Privilege escalation, we have like most of these covered. Intro to this, yes, we need to look into the intro to assembly language. Let's see if we have that module. Intro to assembly language, give me that. Yes, I have the access of this, but it is a tier 2 module. So I won't be able to like share much of this. Is this a review? Or like someone is performing the lab? Oh yeah, this brother is part of Hack the Box community, so he can, understandable. So I guess we can keep this part for the members only stuff, which I'll be creating in the future. Till then, let's start with the Linux buffer overflow. This is a tier 0, so we can work on this. I'll work on it behind the scenes. Maybe this can help. Okay, so stack-based buffer overflow in Linux. Let's go and open this. Put it into the read mode. Find stack. Okay, there we go. Stack-based buffer overflow will copy this content and I'll enhance it a bit further later on. But let's read it from here till then. Zoom in a bit. Yep. So what does it say? Buffer overflow has less common in today's world as a modern compiler have built-in memory protections that make it difficult for memory corruption bugs to occur accidentally. That being said, language like C are not going to go away anytime soon. Yes, pretty darn right. And they are predominated in embedded software. Yes. And Internet of Things, one of my favorite somewhat recent buffer overflow was this CV. We'll check that later, which was a heap based buffer overflow in sudo. I have to understand what is heap here. These attacks aren't limited to binary. A large number of buffer overflow occurs in web applications, especially embedded device which utilize custom web servers. A good example is this with HP ILO integrated lightouts, okay, management devices. Okay, where the hell we was? Interior management device is just sending 29 characters in a HTTP header parameter caused a buffer overflow which bypassed login. I like this simple because there is no need for an actual payload that you'll need more about later since the system failed open upon reaching an error. Okay, in short, buffer overflow are caused by incorrect program code which cannot process too large amount of data correctly by the CPU and can therefore manipulate the CPU's processing. Suppose too much data is written to a reverse memory buffer overflow and a stack that is not limited. For example, in case specific register which will be overwritten, which may allow code to be executed. Okay, so we'll be understanding this concept later on in this. Let's read this through properly. But before we start, buffer overflow can cause program crash and stuff. We'll check this CV. Heap-based buffer overflow in sudo. Baron find it. Okay, so it's the solars are also vulnerable to this. And it seems you're listening quite a noise. Okay, it's a solars and that other may also still be vulnerable. Qualys has not independently verified the exploit. Original post, the Qualys research team has discovered a heap overflow vulnerability in sudo and near, I don't know what this says, utility available on major, okay, this utility available on major Unix like operating system, which is a Linux or like Kali and whatever. Any unprivileged user can gain root privilege on a vulnerable host using a default sudo configuration by exploiting this vulnerability. Okay, so the original post says sudo is a powerful utility, and we already know if you have the sudo permission, you can perform any sort of action in the like operating system. Even if you can like delete the valuable files, you can dump even like if there is a file that is restricted for your access, if you have the sudo privilege, you can run those too. Now sudo can be in a variety of manner. Sometime a sudo can only give you like certain permission where you can access a single file or maybe a single drive. But in certain times, if you have the sudo and you can switch the user with that, that can give you like all the root level permissions. If you're switching to the root user, not any other user who has like the similar kind of privileges, then it won't do. So that's where you have to work around. In the sudos. Okay, so let's see what's further. Okay, so powerful utility, this that allow user to secure privilege to another user, whatever. The vulnerability itself has been hiding in slight plain sight for nearly 10 years. Okay, it was introduced in July 2011 in this commit. This is a commit ID. We can use this commit ID to search the code on the GitHub and affect all legacy version, which is still this. Okay, and all stable version from this. Got an update. Let's perform the update. A successful exploitation of this vulnerability show any unprivileged user to gain root privilege on the vulnerable host. Quality security researcher has been able to independent. Okay, let's put it aside. Has been able to independently verify the vulnerability and develop multiple variants. Give me a second, I'll be back. Someone is on door. Okay, they bought something for me. Let's see where he was. Independently verify the vulnerabilities and obtain the full root privilege upon Ubuntu. Okay, that's a pretty like recent version here. Fedora this. Other operating system and distributions are also likely to be exploitable. And this was released. Okay, it's pretty recent. In December 2022. Last year. I hope this has been patched by now. As soon as Qualys research team confirmed that vulnerability, Qualys engaged in the responsible vulnerability disclosure and coordinated with the sudoers author and open source distribution to announce the vulnerability. This was disclosed around this time. Advisory sent to Todd Miller and advisory and patches sent to the distros at OpenWall. Okay, that's a pretty damn big time gap. 31, sorry, 13, 19, and then 26. Must be some other like conversation might be going on. And there is a Vimo. Okay, it seems to be a video related to this exploit. Educational, 2 minutes of a video. We'll check the later. So technical details: if sudo is executed to run command in shell mode, shell-c command, either through the -s option, which set sudo mode shell flag, or through -i, which set sudo mode shell and mode login shell flag. When the beginning of sudo main parse argument rewrites argument in line to 609, which is this one, user details dot shell. By concatenating all commands or command line argument in this, okay, this is a loop. By skipping all meta character with backslash in line this, okay, this one. So we are using backslash to escape the characters. Later in sudo policy main set cmd concatenate this. Okay, so this is like pretty long kind of stuff which will take time to understand, so we'll proceed further with this, and I'm pretty sure it's similar to this too. Over here, curl connection a, and brother might have got some sort of response. (29 times a) connection, paste this, enter. Yes, 200 administrator login. Yo, what the hell that privilege escalation was. Okay, so he was able to pull the username and the password of the admin. Okay, it seems that would be pretty interesting to learn. POC available online. Research papers. If someone wants to look into better. Okay, I don't want to see this right now. We'll check that later. So in short, buffer overflow are caused by incorrect program code. And which cannot process too large amount of data, this that, and by CPU, correct by CPU, and can therefore multiple the CPU processing. Suppose too much data is written to the reserved memory buffer or stack that is not limited. For example, in the case specific registers will be overwritten, which may allow code to be executed. Okay, buffer overflow can cause the program to crash, corrupt data, or harm data structure in the program's runtime. The last of these can overwritten the specific program return address with arbitrary data, allowing an attacker to execute commands with the privilege of the process. Vulnerable to buffer overflow by passing arbitrary machine code. This code is usually intended to give us more convenient access to the system to use it for our own purpose. Such overflow is common. Such overflows in common server and internet worms also exploit client software. The particularly popular targets are Unix system and root access, which give us all the permission to access the system. Okay. How often misunderstood, this does not mean the buffer overflow that only leads to the privileges of a standard user is harmless. Getting the coveted root access is often much easier if you already have user privileges. Buffer overflow, in addition to programming carelessness, are mainly made possible by computer system based on the von Neumann architecture. I have read about this person in the college, but it wasn't pretty handy, so now it's out of my mind. If you understand, like this kind of stuff we never work around. Now it's out of my brain. So let's go. The most significant cause of buffer overflow is the use of programming language that do not automatically monitor limit of memory buffer and stack to prevent stack based buffer overflow. These include C and C++ languages, which emphasize performance and do not require monitoring. For this reason, developers are forced to define such areas in program code themselves, which increase vulnerability many times over. These areas are often left undefined for testing purpose or due to carelessness, even if they were used for testing purpose, they might have been overlooked at the end of developer process. However, not every application environment will likely exhibit a buffer overflow condition. For following a standalone Java application is least likely compared to others because of how Java handles memory management. Java uses a garbage collection technique to manage memory, which help prevent buffer overflow condition. And I think I have heard it, or maybe I've read it in the college, that the C also has the garbage collection in there, which can prevent buffer overflow. Okay, so let's see what's next. Exploit development introduction. I think this reading part is gonna be pretty boring for you guys. So what I'll do, it's been already 1 hour and I've already done like 1 hour stream today. So what I'll do is run through this by myself. If there is any points that I should highlight, I'll share that in the upcoming stream, which will be tomorrow. And yeah, the same thing, if you guys want me to like repeat this stuff and share it over here, I'm willing to do that too, if you guys want. Otherwise we are good either way. So I'll like read this through and share with you guys like what I have understood so far and what I've learned so far with this module, so you guys can conquer it like pretty quick and better. But I would say, if you want to learn this, check back your like college books. Maybe you'll be able to find these concepts there which are related to buffer overflow. Or if that's not related to buffer overflow, at least you'll be able to understand the concept of the binary, how the structure works. So I think I should take my leave here. And if you guys like, I'm generally saying, if you guys want me to continue with this buffer overflow, like totally reading this stuff and explaining bit by bit how it is working, when we will be performing the fundamentals, when I'll be performing the fundamentals, I'll be definitely doing it live. But if you want me to like explain the theory also, what I have learned so far, then I'm pretty open to that. Drop that in the comments or chat. I'll be open for that too. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, because I can see there is no one watching me right now. So whoever will watch this later, I'll see you brother tomorrow, brothers or sisters, whoever it is. And like, if you like the resource so far, I'm sure today wasn't pretty fruitful, but I'll try to make it fruitful tomorrow. So if you like stuff so far in the previous lives, drop the like, share the video, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new to this channel. I'll see you guys in the tomorrow live. Till then, take care. Bye bye. And if it's a day, have a great day. If it's a night, have a great night. See you guys tomorrow. Till then, bye bye.